Spice Zone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Boygos, and we are back after a little bit of a weekend hiatus to deal with some family stuff, which I talked about in some later videos, but I am not going to get into that today. Today, I'm going to get into Mew, Empoleon, and Wigglytuff in Open Ultra. That is right. As you guys might have known from last season, I prepped Mew for Ultra League in order to get some spicy Ultra Open gameplay going. And yeah, we've got Mew versus Mewtwo off top, and we've got Clefable switching in. Flame charges are going to hurt, and obviously Clefable is hard countered by Empoleon, right? The Moonblast, Psychic, or Meteor Mash, none of them are going to do very much to Empoleon. So I just decided to let the move come through, and we are going to waterfall this thing all the way down to come out of it with almost 2 whole Hydro Cannons. That's right, 2 whole Hydro Cannons. And so Mewtwo comes back in. We're able to throw both of them at Mewtwo. Mewtwo will either have to eat one or drop both shields, and I don't think it wants to do either. So we're gonna throw the second one, and it decides to eat the second Hydro Cannon. It's gonna get, it's gonna throw a Dynamic Punch here. I'm just gonna let Empoleon go down to think it already destroyed Clefable, so it's kind of done its job. I'm gonna throw the Flame Charge at the Mewtwo right out the top to boost these Shadow Claws. And these Shadow Claws are going to hit for super effective damage to farm down on the Mewtwo. I could either block the Mew, which I just decided to do, or I could have let Mew go down. I kind of wanted alive, so I decided to block, and I'm very happy that I did that in hindsight because I am able to Flame Charge again at this Lapras, which the opponent is likely pretty scared of, right? And I'm going to throw another Flame Charge as they're likely to block this next one, and if they don't, I'm able to come in with Wigglytuff and do some damage. Here we come. We're going to charm this thing down, and I'm not sure what else they think they can come in with at this point, but they decide to throw this Surf, and that's going to cost them. We'll take the Lapras down with the Charm, and we take the Mewtwo down to follow suit, so it's going to be a Game 1 dub. But yeah, guys, I know a lot of you know me probably originally from my Wigglytuff video on Rise's channel, and so I wanted to bring Wigglytuff back for Ultra League this season before I show you guys my super sweaty Blastoise team that I'm using to get hopefully rank up a little bit more than I did the previous season in Ultra League. So that'll be tomorrow's video. My favorite Blastoise team so far. It's so much fun. It's so good. And thank you to Rise for helping me build that bad boy. Just a couple team suggestions from Rise in the DMs, and things have been looking up this season for Go Battle League. So here we go, guys. We've got Empoleon coming in up against the Tina. I'm hoping to catch this Dragon Claw, and that's exactly what he's able to do. And the Scizor is not going to do much to the Empoleon. I did lose a Waterfall for the battery warning there, but you guys know how it is. You just got to live life on the edge or you ain't living at all. So we're Hydro Cannoning this Scizor, and they're probably going to block. Yep, they decide to block, and if they commit both their shields to the Scizor, I still don't think they survive. I decided to commit one shield because they committed a shield, and I like this matchup so much that it's worth it for me. And I'm going to Hydro Cannon, but I wanted to undercharge just in case they let it through. They decided to double shield, which I think is kind of silly because this Night Slash is not going to kill due to my Empoleon's PvP IVs. And this Waterfalls are actually going to come in and take out the Scizor. So now they've got no shields left. They've lost their Scizor. They're left with just a Togekiss, and I'm going to come in with my Spicy Mew moveset, aka Psychic, and throw this, because I know Mew is about to go down, so there's not much of a point in Flame Charging, because I'm not going to be able to get boosted Shadow Claws in. So they decide to switch in Giratina against Wigglytuff for some reason, and they're going to get eaten up for breakfast. So that's Wigglytuff as a utilitarian. I wanted to show no Tina in that first match, and you guys don't worry, there's plenty of Tina in this video, but I did want to show what Wiggly can do against other threats in the meta. I didn't really do that as much last time, kind of just looked for matches with Tina and just be like, yep, delete, delete, delete. But yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of different matches in this, a lot of different team comps that I go up against in this little bit longer video to compensate for not posting the last couple of days. So here we go, guys. We're eating the Surf on Mew, which it just eats like it's nothing. It's surprisingly bulky for such a tiny little Pokemon, right? It's just a little guy, and it's still got some bulk. It's still got some bulk to it. So yeah, I can even eat it at this range, and it's still not going to do very much. I'm going for the Psychic, hoping that they don't shield Otherwise, if they do shield, maybe I'll get the defense drop. I did not get either, and unfortunately Mew goes down. But we do have a shield lead, and Wiggly's charms are going to add up. I catch this Surf on Empoleon, or it might be an Ice Beam actually. Yep, Ice Beam, and I decide to keep him. I mean, I'm switch locked against Cresselia with Empoleon, which is really not a bad matchup, especially if the Cresselia does not have Grass Knot, which is a legacy move. So them having Grass Knot is not unlikely, but it is possible, right? That somebody at this ELO range would not have Grass Knot. So I believe that must be what's happening. Otherwise, I don't know how Cresselia is not throwing one. And yet, we are able to Hydro Cannon this Cresselia. Now the shields are down. I'm hoping to frantically switch to Wigglytuff as soon as possible, but I am not able to. And they hit me with a Future Sight, which doesn't hurt very much. I decide to stay in. They decide to stay in as well, and then they swap out to Lapras. So swapping out to Lapras here, not sure why they did that, and now I'm able to swap into Wiggly to clean up the Cresselia, drop the shield for whatever this move is, probably a Future Sight, and I am able to just charm down the Crest for a ton of energy, right? And now all they've got in back is a Charizard. Now, Charizard, if it has Blast Burn, I think could win this. I think it really could, and I want to get into that, okay? I've seen people running Overheat Charizards a lot lately, and guys, there's just like... Look, I love spicy movesets as much as the next. I mean, it's just... Overheat's so bad. It's so bad. Look, you lost that game because of Overheat. Dude. Don't use Overheat on your Charizard. Like Charizard's got such a good moveset. Fire Spin, Dragon Claw, Blast Burn. Hell, if you even want to go Dragon Claw, Fire Spin, Dragon Claw, Blast Burn. Alright? Even if you want to go Dragon Breath, that's even better than Overheat, you know? Time and place for at least that move. But, oh man, you know, you can only do and say so much about the spice. Yeah, we're coming in with Mew, hopefully throwing a Cresselia off here. The Cresselia is not a great counter to Mew. It does have a fast move that does little to nothing, and Mew's fast move, Shadow Claw, is going to be coming in for super effective. I'm going to boost it a couple times because, honestly, if I would have shielded this, maybe I could have even gone for like a Mew sweep, but I wanted my shields in back just in case. And I'm going to Flame Charge. They're not going to shield, and so these Shadow Claws are going to do even more. I think they've kind of discovered what Cresselia is going to have happen to it throughout this game. I guess maybe they thought they could, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't know what they were thinking. But this Grass Knot is, or this Moonblast is not going to kill. And the Psychic will hurt if they let it through. If they don't, that's okay. We've still got Wigglytuff, and now we know that they are a Dragon Giratina user. So we are going to come in with Wigglytuff and absolutely wall everything. They come back in with the Articuno, and now we've got our Articuno counter. So even though they have the shield advantage, they lose. Like, there's pretty much nothing that Articuno can do to Empoleon. Yeah, it's over already, and so I'm surprised they haven't quit at this point, but they're very likely to. So that's something you want to keep note of. You want to, you know, use one bird to counter the other, go for it. But yeah, Empoleon is an absolute beast. There's a reason we see him amongst all of these legendaries due to his typing and his moveset. He has such a great stat spread for Ultra League. So Empoleon, one of the best Ultra League picks for sure. And yeah, now this is over. They will taste sweet, sweet Wiggly defeat. And it just feels so good. It just feels so good. It just feels so good. Tighten the sweatband. Let's get it going. I have to like keep my head in front of this light, or there'll be a giant lens flare on top of me. See? What is this? Directed by J.J. Abrams. So yeah, here we go. We've got Swampert lead, and Swampert's actually one of the worst leads for this team. It's one of the worst things to see for this team, right? You don't have like a dedicated Swampert counter, so you're really just gonna... I know this is crazy. I know this is crazy, but you just want to throw the Psychic out the gate. I mean, that's what I always do to the Swampert lead, and look what happens half the time. You know, like, that's a chunk. And then you come in with Wiggly, and you just give it a couple charms, and suddenly the Swampert's basically dead, and your Empoleon's going to be safe. You know, your Empoleon's going to be safe in the end, hopefully. You want to hope that your Empoleon's going to be safe in the end from the Earthquakes, from the Mud Shots. But you never really know, unfortunately. So Wiggly goes down, and we're really hoping that this team doesn't have a Tina in back now. But the Flame Charge on the Lapras will hurt, so they decide to shield. Now we've got a shield lead. We have lost a Pokemon, and we're about to lose Mew, but we're hoping for that second shield on the second Flame Charge in just a second here. I go for the Psychic because I know they're probably just as likely to shield a Psychic as they are a Flame Charge. I wanted the defense debuff, and sometimes you get it, sometimes it's nice, sometimes you don't, but yeah, this Snorlax is going to get Hydro Cannon, and since we've got a shield lead now, we are very likely to be able to just polish this team straight down the middle. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be a GG, even if they threw a Superpower or Earthquake here. Now we know that they're definitely out of energy, and I can comfortably get 2 Hydro Cannons out of the Snorlax before taking it down, which is great because they have 2 Pokemon left. So they throw in the Swampert for a sacrifice to Empoleon's Hydro Cannon, and they're going to throw in the Lapras for a sacrifice to Empoleon's Drill Peck. So it's going to be a GG, and oh wow, yeah, probably should have finished up with Hydro Cannon there, right? Maybe, I don't know. It's all right. We got it done. Okay, we got it done. That's what counts. That's what matters. All right. Lens Flare came back in. Sorry, guys. It's such a bootleg setup, guys. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to make things work while I'm still here at home, but we'll be back at the house pretty soon. So that's definitely exciting, right? So we are going to Shadow Claw this Melmetal and throw the Flame Charge out the gate. And they're going to Rock Slide spam. Alright, so they probably know that I have Flame Charge. Most Mews run Flame Charge. It's a great move to be able to boost Mew's attack. But even that first Flame Charge is going to do so much to Melmetal. So, yeah, they're coming in with Swampert, and I'm going to throw the Psychic because they think that they're catching a Flame Charge. But they're not. And so they get a boosted Psychic on the Swampert, and I'm able to just Charm down. Definitely pretty effective. So, yeah, Wiggly's in a safer spot here. Melmetal's going to come back in, I'm sure, but that's okay because we absolutely deleted the Swampert. And Empoleon is probably going to be safe in the end. So Melmetal's coming in, and as you can see, Wiggly Melmetal counter confirmed. Wiggly Melmetal counter confirmed? Confirmed. And show me the Tina. Yeah. I actually didn't remember if this had a Tina at the end. I swear, when I said show me the Tina right there, I actually did not remember. But yeah, this game's over. There's nothing they can do with like the number 3 pick in Ultra League, you know, or whatever it is now. There's nothing they can do. Kudos to them for having Ancient Power, just in case. You know, just in case they come into a Wigglytuff. But man, that's just defeatism at its greatest, guys. That's what we love to see, honestly, is when they have the meta big bad dragon in the back and they still get gobbled up by the pinky splushy little guy. My girl, Mary Jane, you know, she's a beautiful, beautiful Wigglytuff. Her and I go way back. But yeah, here we go. Mew versus Mewtwo. I love seeing this. It's so classic. It just reminds me of the first movie, guys. But yeah, I'm on Mew's side. Yeah, for this video. I love Mewtwo. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Who doesn't love Mewtwo, right? I mean, look at that Bionicle looking guy right there. He is a big Bionicle fan, all right? That's Mewtwo in his Bionicle cosplay. He's going to a convention later today. He's just still wearing the costume, you know, because you know, he's excited. He's excited. I'm gonna throw the Psychic at the Lapras because they'll probably think it's a Flame Charge. And yeah, they definitely thought it was a Flame Charge and they wanted it to go through, so they got hit by a Psychic. sorry about it, but Mew is going off. Absolutely going off here. I almost wish that I'd switch into Empoleon right now just to catch that Surf, but I think it's for the best because that Mewtwo has had dynamic punches. I mean, I can't imagine they have another great Empoleon counter. There's the Surf catch. So, yeah, no, they've got Muck. And Empoleon can take out Muck. We're not too worried about that. Empoleon's an absolute beast. Again, can't recommend Empoleon enough. Everybody's running it with Double Dragons, but you don't have to do that to win. It is such a good versatile Pokemon. But if you are interested in that Empoleon Double Dragon team, both Zionic and Rise have great videos on the Empoleon Double Dragon. And I'll have a video on how to beat it tomorrow with XL Blastoise. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's going to crank it out, I believe, for the Wigglytuff video. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow in the XL Blastoise video. Peace.